Hi, YouTube. I don't know what I'm talking about tonight for a change. No, I had planned to, I have new pictures of my kids and grandchildren, and I was going to put them up, but I want to be steady-handed, and I'm thinking, well, maybe tomorrow I'll put them on my laptop and set up my camera pointing at it, and then I don't have to worry about any shaky stuff. So I'll see how that goes. But I hope everybody's doing well. Excuse me. Busy morning writing and wrote quite a bit back and forth with my daughter-in-law, and that was nice. She had took her two older daughters to the dentist, and my son is was babysitting the baby, the youngest one, granddaughter, and so I got pictures of them and picture of my son, a recent picture, and he's got this long red beard. And well, he's blonde and blue eyed, but his beard is red. And well, anyway, the point is, and then he had sunglasses on and a cap, and I'm thinking, what? Who does he remind me of? And then he looks like a ZZ Top guy. Wait till you see it. It like kind of freaked me out, but I mean, I've seen him with a beard before, but not that long, and it was like whew, pretty long beard. My other son has red hair, and his beard is red too, but yeah. But anyway, so I got some really beautiful photos to share with everybody, and had a nice morning. Got my letter off in the mail that I wanted to write, and got another one to write tomorrow. But yeah, that shouldn't take too long. That's a little one. This morning was a little more involved. So yeah. Um, anyway, so it was a pretty nice day all in all, doing that, and um, thought it was funny this morning. There was people down at the end of the driveway. Our culvert always plugs up with ice every spring, and we told them, we keep telling them we need a bigger one in there, like a 3 foot around one, and they never listen. So every spring they're down there steaming it out and chopping on it, and it's really ridiculous. But anyway, I almost filmed them. I was gonna be like, surprise, you're gonna be on YouTube. You guys standing around with your, I was gonna say pitchforks, but shovels, city workers. Actually, it's township for us. We've got a little town hall and um, separate from the county seat, which is Pine County, and but our town hall is called Pokegama, and or it looks like Pokegama, but it's Pokegama Lake Township Hall, and yeah, so if a person wanted to vote around here, that's where they'd have to go to Pokegama. So anyway, if I'm not mistaken, it means cloudy water because there's a river running in. It's called the Snake River. Comes out of a lake called Mille Lacs that's further north than us, and winds around Snaky, and then through Pokegama Lake and into Cross Lake and into the St. Lawrence River into the Mississippi. So and I don't know if people are aware, but the St. Lawrence Waterway, the St. Lawrence River that is on the border of Wisconsin and Minnesota, is stretched out deep enough, literally, submarines can come right inland, almost directly across from where I am, say like 15 miles away. So, um, which is a lot of people don't think of the Navy coming that far inland, but if you think about all the Great Lakes and coming out of the ocean and just swimming their way right into Minnesota and God knows where they go, you know. Maybe they get into the underground waterways. You never know. Never know what that government of ours is doing. They probably go into the earth under China for all we know. you know. I used to always try to dig my way to China when I was a little kid. You know, I don't know why. I just heard it was on the other side of the world, you know. But that's true. I mean, when I was really little, you know. So, but anyway. Oh, I was listening to Call for an Uprising. I don't know if he's been abused or he's just worked up from the abuse of everybody else, which is a great possibility because I get there a lot. But um, yeah, he's not really screaming, but kind of, you know, pretty worked up. I'd be watching my heart if I was him because I wouldn't. I mean, I know that type of stuff, looking at it every day, has got to be nerve wracking. I mean, he was covering again. They caught a guy that was, it was drag queens in Houston, Texas, reading to children at a library. And the one guy was a pedophile that 200 pounds, 6 foot 11, or no, wait, 5'11", 200 pounds, and had raped a little 8-year-old boy. And they didn't do a background check, and they caught him in there in the library reading to children. That happened to me. A guy that had abused my child was working up at the casino close to my home, right outside of a kids' daycare, right outside of we used to take the kids to the arcade up there. And he was working right outside there in between the arcade and the. Oh, I flipped. I flipped. I yelled it out loud. This guy's a blah, blah, blah. What the heck is he doing here? And then I called there and I'm like, do you realize who you have working there? And then they were like, whoa, you know. So anyway, he ended up going to jail. This was during his court case, and he was still walking around free and thought everything was going to be okay. And then he changed his name. He was down in the cities and he changed his name and ended up moving back up in this area. So, because they have to let me know anytime he moves. So, and what his name was when he changed it and all that. So, which is fair, you know. Then I had some, I do believe, bisexual or homosexual men trying to be mean to me, baiting me with lies, erasing their comments, and then saying, what, Barb Weiss, why'd you erase our comments? Trying to bait me into looking like I'm a hater. It's like, that's not even going to work. I got not only relatives that are bisexual that I love, but many friends, and some of them are still on my Facebook page. And we talk like normal human beings every day. But I'm thinking these guys, well, of course they're working for Satan, but I mean, I'm thinking these guys in particular, not only trying to bait me into going off on them, saying something that even I don't want to say, but I mean, I was gonna call him a effing bastard. That's kind of like my thing when I get really mad. But I thought, nah, I know what they're doing. I know what they're trying to do. Saying some pretty cruel stuff. The ones like, I'll be a friend of yours. Nobody's watching you. I'll be your friend. Then he ends up lying and cheating and being a total all and out creep. So it's not his who he sleeps with or doesn't sleep with. It's the person inside that is a hateful, scummy creep, and the scummy creeps on his channel. So, and then I find out that they had been, or one of them watched Robin's Hood, and I thought, oh, that's it. So you're in love with the old Robin, eh? Or did Robin hurt your feelings? Isn't your husband pissed? I would be. Or do I look like your mommy and you're in love with your mommy, so you had to end up being homosexual? I mean, what's your problem? Let's dig into the psychology. You know, you want to dig into my life? Let's dig into yours. Seriously, why you hating on me? Why you lying about me? Why you being a creep? And the dude with the derby on. Why? There's no I never gave you a reason. I'm on here talking about narcissists or Satanists. So evidently, you people fall into that category. You're not baiting me into any hate. I don't hate you. You could still be my friend, but you don't want to be. So that's your decision. But why don't you come to my house and mess with me? Because you're a coward? Well, I'm here. I tell you where I live every day. So, and I'm on, you can find my address easy. Or ask me. I'll give it to you. I would like to give it to you. One way or another, sure would. I don't like being pushed and lied about. That's not very nice, is it? Well, I don't care who you are or what you do. I don't care. I'll go back to a friend of mine. Marge, but she liked to be called Marky. And like I told her, as long as you don't try to mess with me or do anything creepy around my children, we can get along. And then I ended up having several friends that would never offend me or hurt me for nothing in the world because they knew who I was inside and I knew who they were. And I wasn't out to hurt them and they weren't out to hurt me. But you people are. So I'm going to fight back. And I'm not going to pull the Christian card. I don't even really call myself a Christian. I believe in Christ. That's not a religion. So don't say that's not very Christian of you. Stick it in your ass. Is that Christian? Probably wouldn't fly too hard in a church, would it? Well, I don't go to church, but I am kind. So maybe you should go to church. Or do you? Is that your problem? You're a Zionist / Satanist? Doing your little rituals, eating of the body and drinking of the blood. Gee, I wonder what that symbolizes. So anyway, if you don't want to be mean to me, I don't want to be mean to you. Otherwise, I'll slay you with my words. I don't care. I really don't. But you're not going to bait me into any hateful speech because this is you as a person. This is me as a person, and nothing else has anything to do with it. So don't bring that into my life. Keep your hate for yourself. You hate the fact that all I ever wanted in my life was my husband and my family and my children. You want to hate me for that? Well, you go right ahead. I really don't know what else to say to you. You think I'm screwed up in my head because I could be a mother and a wife? And I'm not saying a word about what you do, as long as you keep it to yourself. Don't see me getting it on the sidewalk. I don't want to see you either. You know, that's fair. I don't need to hold up a sign to tell you who I am. I don't need a symbol, you know? That's not hateful. You're the people that are being hateful to me. You're bringing this upon yourself. And it is karma. And dude with the derby, a steed. Oh, whoa. I think the horses I've broke are more of a steed. But then I guess I really wouldn't know. And then I could really be cruel, but I'll just stop it there. Um, that's a stupid name for you, but I still like your hat. Um, you didn't understand what I meant by I'm not going to talk IQs with you. You didn't understand what I meant when I said goodbye. Well, you should look up the origins of the situation of making a goodbye and what usually happened to people when they purchase something. Look into that. Go back to Syrian, Aramaic, um, yeah, we'll just leave it there. Do your homework. Anyway, it, yeah, what's IQ got to do with it? I'm thinking quite a bit. So I've been told. I kind of have a tendency to do that. So, am I bragging? Yeah, I am. I know I'm smarter than you. I'm nicer too. Kinda, kinda. If you push me, and you do have to push me, I won't be as nice as you appear to be. I'll be way worse. And I'll be so sweet about it, you won't be able to prove anything. So that's the way I roll. So, and I do piss you off, don't I? You know the old saying, right? There's a word for that too when you pee on somebody. Geez, I ran across that the other day. I think Lionel Nation said it. That's some funny shit. You might want to look that up too. Anyway, so you can't get me. The only thing you can really do is bring hardship upon yourself because you're trying to hurt a kind person and you started it. So when you come onto my channel and I'm actually talking to people that have been offended and hurt, literally, probably by their own parents in a Satanistic manner, and you think you're going to bring more of that onto my channel and get away with it, you're not. It's not allowed. And somebody, and my daughter-in-law said too, that creep that said to me that I should like butt out of my kid's life and maybe you talk to me, you have no idea what you're talking about. And then I said that they're more like telling me too much information, and my daughter-in-law's like, that is so true. It is. In fact, a lot of places I go, like I go walking into Walmart or wherever, and I was at a car show. This old man starts talking to me about his mom and his sorrow. I mean, wherever I go, um, I hardly get out of the situation unscathed without hearing their life story. So I've had to deal with a lot of different people in my life, you know. So, besides that, I can tell you your life story just by looking in your eyes. You know, really, not even that. All I got to do is get one little piece of electric out in this ether and I'll pinpoint you to a T. And then people will lie like, oh, no, no, that's not me. And I'll tell people you're either a man or you're very young or, whatever, or like, even right down to your zodiac signs, basically, usually, you know, with those tendencies. Depending on the country that you're living in, too, has a lot to do with it, and heritage, and all the above. So, we still can get along, but I did block y'all. But, make a video. You want to say, hey, we can do this. We can get along. Then we can. I'll watch it. You want to make a video with my name on it? And you're not insulting or being cruel or unkind like you have been, talking out of your ass of things you know nothing about, well, then we could get along. But I don't really see that happening, do you? So you can go assume somewhere else, as you put it. Seeing something tells me, and I'm just going to tell it like it is, you make me feel very strong when you act so weak. Oh, and I am very strong. And you are so weak. There you go. Oops. I said it again. Is that a hate speech? Still, I don't hate you. I don't like you at all, but I don't hate you. Do I love you? On a human level. And that's about it. A little more. Little more. I love you. Not very much, but kind of, sort of. I would never let you die. I've been in nursing and I would like probably resuscitate you or something, or fix something broken or gouged or whatever. Maybe you'll let me smack you and then I could fix it. That sounds like a plan to me. Maybe we should just arm wrestle, or maybe you want to spar. Anybody into martial arts? Oh, I just so love martial arts. I really do. I think if I could do any sport for the rest of my life, that would be the one I would pick. That's the truth. Love to dance. I always called it like I'll dance on your head. Yeah, I can. Hey, whatever. What do you want me to say? You want me to lie? I'm not you. Oh, I'm talking to the liar, divine, whatever, divine, whatever. What did you divine? Sure wasn't water. Blood? Your royal. What? Oh, whatever. That word divine's very deep. And you know that. And I know you know that. But that's okay too. Satanist. So now we play, right? Okay. Make a video about me. I'll answer it. I'll feature it. Yeah, I will. Sounds like something for me to do coming up here. So So my friends hurt your feelings, huh? And you thought you'd take it out on me. That's too bad. Seriously, so. I don't know what to tell you. In fact, I'm not going to think of anything to tell you either. I won't comfort you. And I won't give you any satisfaction of bothering me. I'm having a blast. So bring it on. Let's play. Want to match wits? Okie dokie. Do you know what that's from? That's from Hannibal. I just love that line. Okie dokie. It's kind of a Midwest thing, too. That's what's so hilarious about it. That's one of my favorite movies. His psychology, his um, uh, he hates rude people. That's the point. But rather Satanistic, isn't he? Well, I don't hate rude people enough to kill you or eat you or anything like that, but Satan does. And did you know when you do something rotten, God uses Satan to torture you? So you actually do something to yourself when you do something to somebody? This is true. But you don't think so, do you? But then we have thinking problems, don't we? Obviously. Because if you're going to screw with me, you definitely got thinking problems. And I don't mean physically, because nobody touches me. It's not allowed. That's why I would beat your ass, because you wouldn't be able to touch me. Really, I swear to God. I swear. Come meet me. I know you'd like me. You wouldn't be able to help yourself. So I'm going to leave it on whatever. Friend me on Facebook. I'll talk to you. But if you want to be a jerk, I'm just going to be a jerk right back to you. And that I do enjoy. I don't want to, but deep inside I don't want to. But yeah, sometimes people deserve it. So I won't hold back, you know. So, and my friends on you or on Facebook, they're and family members, they're quite used to me, you know. Tell you a story about a niece of mine. I think I've mentioned this before, but I found it quite comical. Not the whole situation was pretty sad, actually, but her love of her life, her boyfriend had done her dirty, so she ended up being in a lesbian relationship. And I told her, I said, just because somebody's the same sex as you doesn't mean they're not going to cheat on you. And sure enough, same thing happened. Well, moral of the story is she ended up getting married and having children, not with another woman, because we all know that this is physically impossible to have a linear family with the same sex, but relationships or relations of same sex is very possible, of course, but and I'm not saying God hates you because he loves everybody. He really does. So you'll see in the end, and you will. Whether you have shame of that, I'm not saying shame on you. That'll be God's position, and it is. That's why you want to torture me, because I believe in God, and you don't. I have reason to believe in God. You can't look in the mirror and say you made yourself. When I look in the mirror, I say, hey, I know God made me, and I'm proud of that. He loved me enough to make me. I don't know why you don't feel the same way. That's the only thing I don't understand. The rest of your psychology and how Satan uses everybody, all of that I thoroughly understand. I really do. Um, but the psychology of looking in the mirror and thinking you created yourself, that's the part I don't get, because I know you don't know physics, biology, and alchemy enough to create yourself. None of us do. But the people that don't believe in God must be so empty. I want to know His science. I want to know everything. I want to know the truth of everything. Don't you? I do. And I'm on my way to learning that too. Well, I don't know what more I want to say to you. That's probably about it. That's why I didn't put up the pictures either tonight. I didn't want to um, put my children in the same video when I was trying to talk to somebody that had been unkind to me. Two of them or more, God knows. But you won't get away with it. That's okay. That I do have faith, and you will see. Because, I've had people accuse me, well, you always get your way, or no matter what you do, you always come out smelling like a rose. Well, you know what? It's not like that. What it is like is I do what God tells me to do, and I get rewarded for that all the way along. I'll be tortured by things like you, but at the end of the day, I can smile when I go to sleep knowing that I am a good woman, I am a good person, and I'm not going on somebody else's channel saying unkind things to them. Now, if you come on mine and I go over to yours and tell you my opinion, or like you lied and you erased shit and said I did it, well, I called you a liar. One word. You even loved my comment. Well, that's wonderful. Now, leave me alone. Let's either be friends and I'll lay off you, you lay off me, and we'll call it square. If not, I'll fire up the oven and put the heat on and slay you with my knife. You know, that one, my sword. So, anyway, mm, good coffee stains. Yeah. Wow, awesome. That probably looked pretty spooky. Oh, you people. I just can't believe it. Well, I can, but, you know, it just makes me feel really strong. That's a sad way to feel strong, isn't it? At somebody else's expense. Well, that's how you take energy from Satanists. You don't let them bring you down. And then you have their strength and they end up feeling as weak as they are. That's what happens. So let me bring you back up. Let's be friends or not. That's up to you. So the rest of my subs, and I think to me is very many that love me and I love you. And I'm very proud and happy that you are my friends. And I respect you for that, no matter who or what you are, with that mutual respect. That makes me really happy. So I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be back to show you my kids. Yeah, it's really cool. And then my oldest son was able to see his my dad, his grandfather that he had never seen, and a picture of him, and he's the spitting image, and it's really cool because even his wife was like freaking out because my granddaughters all have that smirk like that they can do that comes from my dad, so that's all pretty cool, passed on through the generations. And but I always knew my son has blonde hair and blue eyes and looks like my dad, blonde curly hair and um, tall and lanky. And I always knew he looked like my dad, which was really freaky because I was an orphan and didn't know what he looked like until I was in my 30s. So, but I just knew. I knew who he looked like, which was really kind of remarkable. But that's just God showing me things in my mind's eye that I've learned to trust. Um, Gifts. Satan can give gifts like that too, but he's an Indian giver. Anything he thinks it's good, you better watch out because it's not. So, all right, everybody. I'm going to say peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Come visit me or not. I don't care. But be kind, or I'm going to be cruel to you. Like you will not believe. I'm getting sick of this trying to set me up type of crap. Got it? Okay, regular subs, I love you. And I'm giving you creeps a little more time here. And then it's war. Later.